Raw feeding is one of the most talked about trends in the dog world today. Some owners believe it's the most natural way to feed their pets, mirroring what wolves might eat in the wild. But here's the reality. Starting a raw food diet for dogs isn't as simple as tossing them a piece of chicken. Done wrong, it can lead to serious health risks. Done right, it can be a healthy, balanced option. So today, let's walk step by step through how to start a raw food diet for your dog safely. First, let's clear up what raw feeding actually means. A true raw diet, sometimes called BARF, biologically appropriate raw food, includes raw meat, bones, organs, fruits, and vegetables. The idea is to mimic a more natural diet with less processing. But unlike wild animals, your dog isn't fending for themselves. That means it's your job to make sure everything is balanced, safe, and nutritious. The very first step before making any switch is talking to your veterinarian. Not every dog is a good candidate for raw feeding. Puppies, senior dogs, or dogs with health issues like pancreatitis, kidney disease, or weakened immune systems may not tolerate it well. A vet can run baseline blood work and guide you on whether raw feeding is appropriate for your dog. Next, you need to do your research on nutrition balance. Dogs require the right mix of protein, fat, calcium, phosphorus, vitamins, and fiber. Feeding only meat without bones, organs, or plant matter will create dangerous deficiencies. Many veterinary nutritionists recommend the general guideline of 70% muscle meat, 10% organ meat, 10% edible bone, and 10% vegetables or fruit. But even this ratio may need adjusting depending on your dog's size, age, and activity level. Once you understand the basics, decide whether you'll use commercial raw diets or prepare meals at home. Commercial frozen or freeze-dried raw diets can be safer for beginners since they are formulated to meet AAFCO standards and often undergo pathogen testing. Home-prepared diets give you more control, but they're also riskier unless you follow a vet-approved recipe or consult a board-certified veterinary nutritionist. If you do go the home-prepared route, sourcing matters. Choose high-quality meats from trusted suppliers. Avoid roadside raw or expired supermarket clearance items, and never feed cooked bones. Those can splinter and cause serious internal damage. Stick to raw, meaty bones that are appropriate for your dog's size, like chicken necks for small dogs or beef ribs for larger breeds. Now let's talk about transitioning safely. Switching cold turkey from kibble to raw can upset your dog's stomach. Instead, make the change gradually. Start by mixing small amounts of raw with your dog's current food and slowly increase the raw portion over 7 to 10 days. Keep a close eye on stool quality, appetite, and energy levels. Loose stool or vomiting means you may need to slow down or adjust the balance. Hygiene is another critical piece. Raw meat carries bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli. Always wash your hands, sanitize cutting boards and bowls, and store raw foods separately from human groceries. If you have children, elderly family members, or immunocompromised individuals in the house, be extra cautious. Cross-contamination can make people sick, not just pets. Supplements can also play an important role. Even the best raw diets may lack certain nutrients like vitamin D, manganese, or iodine. Your vet may recommend fish oil, kelp powder, or a canine multivitamin to round things out. Avoid guessing. Over-supplementing can be just as harmful as deficiencies. Monitoring your dog's health is the final step. Schedule regular vet checkups and, if possible, get annual blood work. Watch for signs of imbalance such as dull coats, low energy, brittle nails, or digestive issues. A raw diet isn't set and forget. It requires ongoing adjustments as your dog ages or their health changes. So what's the bottom line? A raw food diet can be safe and even beneficial, but only if approached with care. It demands research, patience, and professional guidance. If you're willing to put in the work, it can be rewarding. But if it feels overwhelming, don't worry. High-quality kibble or cooked diets can still keep your dog thriving. At the end of the day, the best diet is the one that keeps your dog healthy, happy, and wagging their tail.